Now she crying. Her husband tried to tell her to go in the house, but no, she wanted to do the whole Karen thing.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're exploring our picks for the infamous moments when the rudest, most belligerent, and entitled people exploded with emotion, only to receive delightful consequences in one form or another.
Her reaction sparked public outrage, and as a result, Amy Cooper lost her job and temporarily surrendered her dog.
Casino Karens. In 2021, Army veteran Rawless Devon Leslie Jr. was dubbed a hero after helping police save a woman from a bridge. Sometime later, he was in the Margaritaville Resort Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana.
Oh, record me! Record me! Record me!
Allegedly, Leslie sat too close for a Karen couple's liking, and they exploded in rage. Leslie managed to record the incident, showcasing a clearly drunk Ashley Bieber Dyson attempting to assault him while restrained by her partner.
Where are you from? Stop. Stop.
And I'm pressing charges.
Before you praise the guy, he later used racial slurs when Leslie checked where security was. The couple was charged by the police for disturbing the peace and public intoxication.
Security gonna come? Is security gonna come?
Judgmental nurse. Typically, nurses are kind, knowledgeable, and hardworking. They're not meant to be judgmental, confrontational, and seemingly racist. But that's what Jillian Reitmeyer experienced in 2022 at the Philly Pregnancy Center in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about?
I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at.
After experiencing severe back pain, Reitmeyer wanted to get a doctor's note to start her maternity leave early. While a doctor went to write the exemption, nurse practitioner Teresa Smigo, who did the exam, went on a rant about Reitmeyer's life situation, making assumptions with no evidence to back her up except prejudice, and knocked her with the case.
This is the nurse practitioner, and look how she's hitting me. Look at it. Check her out. Check it out. Call the police.
Weirdly, Smigo previously called the cops on Reitmeyer after she called her a weirdo. The nurse no longer works at the center and was later sued by Reitmeyer. Mailbox speeding. In 2022, the police arrived to break up a disagreement in Deerfield Beach, Florida between legendary footballer Terrell Owens and his neighbor Caitlin Davis.
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down.
Owens stated he was driving to his mailbox when Davis started yelling at him. While sobbing, Davis claimed Owens started harassing her after she scolded him for his dangerous driving. She then brought race into it, for some reason.
A black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
As the footballer was able to back up his version with his recorded video, Davis had nothing to support her side.
I don't know where it could have gone had the police come in and they basically took her word for something, that she said that I didn't do.
As such, she later received a misdemeanor charge of lying to the law. However, in 2023, the charges were dropped due to a loophole. Dared to slur. Getting dared to do something rarely works out, and it definitely didn't for one white woman in a 7-Eleven store in Sacramento, California in 2020. Seemingly recorded by the cashier, the Karen and a black woman are engaged in an argument.
My husband is right there with his black ass. I don't give a
Then the Karen utters a racial slur. The woman dared her to say it again. While she hesitated, Karen eventually went for it. The woman exploded with rage and struck the Karen several times, putting her on the floor, where she began sobbing.
The fight ends up on the floor of the store. The woman then asked the person behind the counter filming this video to call 911.
Reportedly, the cops arrived shortly after, and the Karen received medical treatment. We're not sure what the argument is really about, but it takes privilege to assume using racial slurs won't backfire on you.
If you're instigating someone like that, you have hate in your heart. Just seeing something like that makes me angry enough to be shaking.
Pool patroller. In 2023, Jace Lee Yuri and his sister decided to break the rules and use a resident-only swimming pool when visiting friends at Sedgefield Gardens in Greensboro, North Carolina.
The pool has signs that say no trespassing and for adults to accompany their children, but the siblings say this is not the first time they have visited the pool.
Instead of handling this rationally and respectfully, apartment manager Kim Jennings poured soda over Lee Yuri and then hit him with the bottle. Lee Yuri also claimed Jennings pulled his sister's hair, and his family stated she used slurs. While Jennings apologized, she claimed the kids had done this before, as though that justified her actions.
We asked him to leave, and he was mouthy, and I had a soda in my hand, and I just tossed it on him, and then I just bopped him. I admit I did, but it was wrong.
The police arrested Jennings for 2 charges of assault on a child. To make it worse for her, the Lee Yuri family also issued a federal lawsuit against her. NFL Karen. In 2022, Jerry Edmond went to his first NFL game to see his beloved New England Patriots take on the Las Vegas Raiders in Paradise, Nevada. While his side lost in the last minutes, that wasn't the only thing Edmonds will remember. A Raiders fan yelled at him, rubbed the victory in his face, and called it her stadium as another man tried to pull her away.
The lady first came over to me and told me it's disrespectful for me to cheer for the Patriots in the Raiders Stadium. I got confused. I didn't really understand what she meant by that.
Jerry says he tried to watch his words, but admits to a little trash talk.
All was captured on a viral video, as was Edmund's calm reaction, which was amazing under horrible circumstances. To make up for the incident, Patriots owner Robert Kraft invited Edmund to his suite at Gillette Stadium to watch the Patriots take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
What you did was so classy, and you represent what our whole franchise is about.
Nice touch. Smoothie Thrower. In 2022, James Iannazzo picked up smoothies at a store in Fairfield, Connecticut. When he got home and gave one to his son, he had an allergic reaction as the drink contains peanuts.
Earlier, customer James Iannazzo ordered a smoothie.
I see him walking in very aggressively. And then he starts cursing out our one coworker.
Iannazzo wanted justice and returned to the store. However, the employee stated that they weren't told about the allergy. Regardless, Iannazzo launched into a racist tirade and threw a smoothie at a worker. Yikes.
We are sorry on behalf of Robex for the how the smoothie was made, but it gives you absolutely no right to act out like that.
On top of being fired by Merrill Lynch, Iannazzo was arrested. He received an accelerated rehabilitation, which meant he got a year of probation.
Iannazzo faces multiple charges, including intimidation based on bigotry or bias. He was told to stay away from the smoothie shop.
The victimized employees also issued a lawsuit against him, which was settled for $7,500. In 2023, Iannazzo was sued by FINRA for potentially breaking broker rules. Parking lot hater. In 2022, 4 Indian American women were leaving a restaurant and going to their cars after a lovely evening in Plano, Texas. Out of nowhere, Esmeralda Upton decided to ruin the event.
This video showing a Plano woman attacking other women outside a restaurant is something police insist they do not take lightly.
Seemingly unprovoked, she launched into a racist rant, repeatedly stating how much she hates Indians and throwing in slurs.
The assailant just said, "Go back where you came from," and she used some harsh words, derogatory words, and then she walked right up to us.
And the first thing we did was I started recording, and the other friend, she called 911.
At one point, angry that she was being recorded, Upton threatened violence against the women and attacked them. When the police arrived, they managed to calm things down but let Upton go. Until the next day anyway, when she was arrested and charged for making her threats. Wanting more justice, 2 of the victims issued lawsuits against Upton for emotional and physical distress.
Life has changed. Life changed that night itself, right after it happened.
SoHo Karen. In 2020, teenager Keon Harold Jr. and his musician father, Keon Harold, were in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in Soho, New York. Suddenly, Mia Ponsetto stopped over and accused the youngster of stealing her cell phone.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No, okay, then show me the.
No,
show me on my
you get a life.
He hadn't, but that didn't stop Ponsetto from arguing and tackling Harold Jr. to the ground. In reality, she left the phone in an Uber.
Then surveillance video shows her wrestling with Keon Jr. in the lobby, attempting to tackle him.
Ponsetto was later arrested and charged for her grim racial profiling actions. In 2022, she pleaded guilty to unlawful imprisonment in the second degree as a hate crime as part of a plea deal.
She pleaded guilty to unlawful imprisonment in the second degree as a hate crime. She did not make a statement today as she walked out with her lawyer.
As such, Ponsetto received 2 years of probation and had to continue counseling sessions.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Central Park Karen. Christian Cooper was birdwatching in Central Park, New York City in 2020 when he noticed that the unrelated Amy Cooper had a dog off a leash against the area's rules. After he asked her to put it on, she snapped and an argument began.
Hearing the voice of 57-year-old Chris Cooper, who says his request for this woman to keep her dog on a leash quickly escalated.
This caused the woman to call the police, telling them through sobs that an African-American man was threatening her, which he wasn't, as evidenced by Christian filming the unhinged event.
She knew that that was a thread she could tap into, and she did. Even though she considers herself a liberal, So that's telling about how deep it runs.
The video was then uploaded on social media and went viral. It led to Amy Cooper being fired from her job, having her dog temporarily confiscated, and being arrested.
It fueled already heightened racial tensions in the U.S. and would end with Cooper losing her job and facing charges herself.
However, the charges were dropped after she completed an educational program. What's the creepiest Karen incident you've witnessed that left you feeling icky? Let us know below.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Meet the woman the internet is calling Kids Bop Karen.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.